The evangelists Matthew, Mark, and Luke all say that Jesus went back to Nazareth, his hometown, after he began his ministry, and he was rejected there by the people who knew him from his earliest years. The evangelists describe the visit taking place at different times. Mark's gospel says he returned to Nazareth after he raised a little girl from the dead. You remember the gospel reading last Sunday. The girl's father, Jairus, was an official in the synagogue, so you'd expect a miracle like that would be widely known. Mark also says that before Jesus returns to Nazareth, others had questioned him about the marvelous things he did. Scribes from Jerusalem, the religious experts of the time, they came and they warned, keep away from him, they said. Mark's gospel also says that members of his own family came from Nazareth and wanted to take him home because they said he was out of his mind. So when Jesus visited Nazareth, there were already suspicions, warnings about him. But still, after such gracious acts, like raising a little girl to life, you would think, as he taught in the synagogue at Nazareth, he'd be well received by the people of his own town and his own family. But he wasn't. Is what happened to Jesus unusual? Maybe it isn't so unusual, to tell you the truth. We can just be as blind to God's presence where we are, in our own lives, in those closest to us, as the people of Nazareth were. We can miss God's presence, God's power, God's beauty right next to us. We do it all the time. Maybe that's the first thing we should take away from this reading. Don't miss the presence of God right before you, in the silence, in the ordinary, in the here and now of our daily lives. I wonder if that isn't why daily prayer is so important. Daily prayer is the prayer that reaches out to God, who's there all the time. Our Father in heaven is also our Father here on earth. God's not far away, but near. God's not far away. He notices a sparrow fall into the ground, and he counts the hairs on our head. Your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, we ask, and we know it will be given. So the people of Nazareth rejected Jesus in their synagogue, in their place of prayer. They failed to recognize him in that holy place. He's only a carpenter, Mary's son, they said. They don't think God could be there in a carpenter, in Mary's son. But he was.